Holy moly, if the glove fit, wear it, just don't leave it on the scene. Jack just jacked the fucking giant for a bag of magic beans. Police racial profiling, what the fuck does that shit mean? When your skin look like my brother, they slide salt packs in your jean. Watch your friends, let them see and hear what you want them to witness. They get drunk and go back and tell all your fucking business.
Hey, it's your boy, Jermaine Hall, with another episode of Jay's Table, the place that we like to get busy and have a good time. Black people, how we doing? Everybody wonderful. We have. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Kanika, from Arizona now.
Talk to me nice. What we got?
Red from Oklahoma.
Come on, Miss Red.
Kedra, straight out of Carsville.
Come on, Kedra. They know me. Come on, Bobby.
Hey,
sit down.
No. Oh, shit. I ain't know.
Just talk.
Nah, D. Millie, Stroud Mills. Y'all know D. Millie.
He lying.
I be on the mill.
Anyway, people, welcome to another good platform of the Jermaine Hall Show. This is my new segment called Jay's Table, and I'd like to welcome you all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be right here with me. Today, we're going to be having conversations about different things that some of the internet been enraged about, and then some people don't even care. Whichever way we going to do it. We're going to do it today, and then we're going to shift gears. Talk about a few things that Jermaine Hall wants to talk about. I want to get a woman's perspective 100% of the time, because I understand that we as men don't know it all, but we coexist so that we can all know something about each other. Anybody got any disagreements? I don't care if you do.
Facts.
So we're going to move right into this thing. Derek Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Are you him?
Nah, I ain't Derek though, but shit, no, I ain't him.
Mr. Derek ain't Mr. Derek Jackson. But I wanted to bring up Derek Jackson simply because it's been a big thing about him and his wife lately. You know what I hate about the internet? I'm going to tell y'all this. Is that being a public figure, you have to expose certain things that should be very private. Okay. Such as what your relationship about. But they chose the platform of public figure.
Sure.
So I guess we got to get into this.
You open to it.
We got to get into this. I'm single, so y'all just going to have to talk shit about Jermaine and Jermaine when I'm a public figure. You understand me? Mm-hmm. So, what's everybody's view on the situation, first of all? I'm going to go around the room. Mr. Derek, what do you think about this Derek Jackson situation? You know what? Be quiet. We're going to go ladies first, because this is a gentleman's platform. Miss Kanika, don't you rock?
We always want to know.
She rocking because she ready. Miss Kanika, what do you think about this Derek Jackson?
Okay, so I do understand that he is a public figure. He is a man nonetheless. I feel like he let his get to him, and he did what he did. Now, him being married, no, I feel like in hindsight, no, he shouldn't have been doing what he was doing. You're married, you're committed to somebody. You made that commitment between you and God and your wife. No, I don't feel like that was right. But my problem, okay, and everybody has a problem with that. Okay.
We're going to skip over everybody else's problem. We don't want to hear from Miss Kanika.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong.
The only problem I have with the situation, and even with everyone bashing his wife about staying with him, that's her choice. That's their marriage. They gonna do what they gonna do regardless. He's still paying her bills, taking care of her children. I would not have left neither. And that is on you. Okay? That is on you. All right, and what you do is what you do. Now, I might not be giving my body to you, but you're going to pay these bills and you're going to take care of these kids like you have been. And, I mean, hey, what you do is what you do. Now, don't be mad, okay, if I decide to go on to the side. Now, you can't do that. And you've been sitting here doing that for all of these years.
Right.
But my problem came in when after they did this interview, he turned right back around and came back with a whole nother video. Speaking about himself and his wife in third person. I have a whole problem with that.
Why?
I don't know.
Why does it bother you?
Because he was referring to himself like this dude. This dude made this decision. No, nigga, it was you. You made that decision. Why are you sitting here talking to yourself? Exactly. That is exactly right. I find that to be a problem a lot in life nowadays. Is that you don't know how to be accountable for your actions, and you would rather blame. Yes, you would rather blame or try to blame somebody else. So yes, who you are in the street, you know, because you are this public figure, that is not what you were portraying. Because yes, we do expect you to live by what you're saying, because you're teaching this and you're preaching this, but you're not doing this, and that's a problem. You have to practice what you preach, and he was not doing that. So yeah, he got a lot of backlash. That was supposed to be, you know. But my biggest problem is you sitting here talking about yourself. You talking about yourself and your situation and what you did to your wife in third person. Like that shit was not, like it was not wrong.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna move to Miss Stephen. Thank you.
I'm sorry, my bad.
No, what you sorry for? Ladies and gentlemen, what we not gonna do is apologize for being yourself on our platform.
You did that.
We're not gonna apologize for being yourself on this platform.
You did that.
I asked you to come on here because I value each and every one of y'all opinion. No matter which way it go, I don't have to agree with you. I'm just saying thank you for being here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
Miss
inviting me.
Red, come on with it. What we saying about Mr. Jackson and his
He
situation?
sounds like a typical person, man, whatever, in a relationship that wanted to do what he did because he did it, and now he got to make excuses for it because he's out here telling people another thing and he's doing another thing. And he just sounds like a regular old person to me. And whatever she chooses to do with him, like stay with him, that's her business, that's how they talk. I mean,
So
it just doesn't sound any different than like
what you're used to?
I feel like, you know, they say a therapist needs a therapist. Like when you get when you're a therapist, you need one. So it's like what he's doing, sometimes he just doing that because that's really not what he's doing. So he just try to portray the image.
So you don't believe people can be genuine in their craft?
I believe he can. He wasn't.
You just saying he's
he wasn't, but I believe
himself
people
out.
can. Right. I believe people can, but he definitely was just doing the opposite and sounds like, but I can't judge him because at the end of the day, it's typical man.
So you didn't feel angry behind what happened?
I can't feel angry because I don't know them.
You didn't care?
Angry.
You didn't care
I didn't
enough?
care. I didn't necessarily
My
care.
business that pays me.
You didn't get mad either. You just said you was bothered by the third person.
By the third
Is it
person.
right?
Yes.
Cheating
Okay, you got a
is
question?
not
I got a
right.
great
but that's
question.
just not
Who do you have a
So,
question for?
I got a question for the woman.
Okay, go ahead.
So, take it if that was your man.
right.
We'll get there. You skipping too far. We are gonna touch that. I already knew. I knew when you opened your mouth.
That's not wrong.
No, I apologize. I ain't trying to cut you off, fam. But
We good.
we are going to ask that
Yeah.
question. We are definitely going to ask. But I really just want their.
Because I heard the insight. It was,
Yeah. And
Don't
that's a question that needs to be asked. Miss Kendra, how do we see Derrick Jackson's situation from your corner?
I don't really care.
Just don't care.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you that. I do feel like he was a hypocrite in the whole situation. Yes, you're giving all this great advice to women, but then you living a double life on the other side. At the same time, though, the advice that he was giving was real. You can take the advice and apply it to your own life. At the end of the day, I just feel like he is like several people, other people out here that have done it before. They've said one thing, they've done the total opposite. He's just a public figure. So now everybody roasting him, everybody's on him. Honestly, I look at it like we making him rich by looking at all these views, all the YouTube videos, all the Facebook comments. Like we just increasing his income because we feeding into the whole story. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be men, it's gonna be hypocrites, it's gonna be women, it's gonna be hypocrites. You wanna say one thing, you wanna live another life. I don't really care. I take your information and use it for my own personal benefit. You ain't somebody that I look up to as my idol, so I don't really care about what you do. Did you mess up? Yeah, you messed up. You tried to tell the world that you was doing one thing, you did the opposite thing. But at the end of the day, the advice that you giving me as a woman, I'm still gonna be able to use and apply it to my life. And then in hindsight, I think, You know what I'm saying?
Don't matter
You need
if-
to be what I'm watching out for.
Right. Are you the one that I need to be
Exactly.
side-eye, like,
Yeah.
are you really what you say? But I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna be somebody else in the public figure. People just don't know it. It's people now that's public figures that act one way and they totally different behind closed doors.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Well-
it's just the fact that he's a public figure and everybody knows about it now.
Okay.
And we still making him rich
And
by
I'm-
feeding into all of his videos.
Before
and
you come back,
other,
we gotta
other
give
stuff.
Mr. Derek his chance to openly say what he thinks about this relationship with Mr. Derek Jackson.
First of all, he's probably one of the smartest black entrepreneurs I know.
Okay. Why do you?
This is why I say this. They created this buzz because they knew there was nothing going on. This is the perfect time for them to create a buzz so he can create his network. Yes, he cheated, but he told that motherfucker to leak the photo or whatever the fuck happened. They say she leaked the photo.
Mhm.
He told her to leak the photo, both of them, because this shit
They
wouldn't
were
got
a
leaked.
team. They
It
were
wouldn't
a
have got leaked. It wouldn't have got leaked.
Do you
If they
think he
wouldn't-
told the
No, listen to me.
Wait,
Listen
wait,
to me.
wait,
Listen to me now.
Let me let you say everything.
Y'all
first.
think because he put her on video and she played that role, she did exactly what she did. Play that role.
So you saying you believe this was all
They're working
a
together.
ploy
This-
to double the funds?
Everything.
Because it's been done before.
No.
It's been done
before.
before.
Let me break it down. Let me break it down. They probably swingers. Or they seem like swingers. For real. This is why I say this.
Hey,
Let
okay,
me explain it. Let me explain it why I think they might be swingers.
Come on, swingers.
He couldn't have did that. If he said they was together for how long they was together,
Mhm.
she had to know about his intention that he was gonna fuck other bitches.
Well,
But
I'm
let's
gonna be
make a
honest.
spectacle about it when I do.
Well, we can't dismiss
But you
the
know
fact
it
that
already.
she came out and said she had been going through his phone the whole time.
But
watching
you
him.
also seen what she said she fucked other people too.
Mhm.
See,
Yeah.
I didn't know that backstory of it.
Yeah, she
They're
fucked
not-
other people too.
This is your normal couple that just public
Exactly.
figures.
They're just
Exactly.
public figures.
All right, so I'm gonna let you. Did you
Everybody,
have-
Well, I
has
wanted
their
to just-
own backstory of what
Right,
they have done
exactly.
wrong.
Right.
We're
and
gonna
what
let
other
you
person's
get back to
done
that
wrong.
before I speak.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna go last.
Okay, go.
Say what you
I
want
just
to
wanted to piggyback off of what he was saying with the, because they are public figures, and he probably just let that get to his head, you know, because he was new, and he did blow up with
Or
the
use
stuff that
it.
he was talking about,
Yeah.
and he probably was like, you
None of it
know,
was wrong.
I mean that probably was his mindset, but he did use in that third person video, he was still like
Same thing.
advertising himself. You know, so it was like, you know.
And just think
so he
about
just-
over the
and my book.
past 2 weeks,
By my book.
how
That's
many
what I
views
thought they
he's
did it
gotten
for.
on his videos,
People that didn't
on
even know he
Facebook.
existed.
Yeah, like over
That's
the,
what I said. I think he did it for a benefit.
all these views on
Yeah.
YouTube, they generate income.
Um,
All these views and things like that. People, I'm sure people want to get interviews. So I haven't seen them on any talk shows, but I mean,
He's declined them so far.
but still, at the end of the day, he's making money
Exactly.
off of all these views and all these comments of people.
Lots
The
of
buzz, like you said, the buzz is being generated. I don't know if it was intentionally set up to
He
make
already
this
had a
happen.
buzz. He already had a buzz. Cut the buzz.
Yeah,
Now he
made-
just
he's got 6
increased it.
bestseller books in 4
And he
years.
had a book just now coming out.
in 4 years, and he's
Yeah,
bringing out
he
a
just
new one
now
now.
put out a new
You
one.
think they're not gonna
He
buy
had the
it?
buzz already.
I don't know. It seemed to correlate real
Let me tell you-
specifically with
Okay.
when the book release comes
Jermaine,
out.
our turn.
Go ahead.
Do your thing.
Yeah, third person.
Derek Jackson is not weird to me.
Nah,
Derek Jackson
I agree.
is a very intelligent black man who we call a person that made mistakes, but we absolutely don't know if the wife was on board the whole time. We know
That's true.
about swingers. We know absolutely about open marriages.
Yes.
But nobody ever stopped, before they got mad, nobody ever stopped to think, did she know and did not care? The optics look bad.
The opposite.
He cheated on his wife.
Can I ask you
That was the
something?
headline. I
Can I
let
ask
you
something?
finish.
No, I'm gonna ask you.
I never cut you off.
I'm sorry.
I let you finish. The optics look bad. because that's the headline. But what I know about headlines is I've watched plenty of interviews that didn't have shit to do with the headline. It was to draw me in, to make me watch the interview.
Fast.
The headline right now is he cheated on his wife. Everybody wants to know why this relationship consultant is cheating on his wife. What I got from the women's outrage was, girl, leave. I've been living in the hood, this hood, for the better part of 20 plus years, even though I left and came back. Did my 13 in the military, but my problem with that is, girl, I know the dude you laying by right now that be cheating and you know it, and you want this woman to leave him?
And you still laying with
They made millions together. That dude ain't got no job you laying next to. These are the things I laugh at on the internet. That dude be whooping your ass. Never have we heard about any physical abuse between these two. And y'all up and said, leave him.
And that's where
The
I'm
amount, the amount of audacity from the public is bothering me. Why do we care so much? You put that stock into this couple, or him, matter of fact, you put that stock, you bought into him, his persona, and what he was saying. But did the like he just said, was the information good? Why are we buying so much into the human instead of the information? All I needed was the information. I don't give a damn what you're doing. People ask me, you still listen to R. Kelly? Fuck yes, he's a genius. That's his business what he was doing in his personal life. I bought the CD. I didn't buy R. Kelly. I bought the CD. His genius, his gift was what I bought into. So I took what he had to offer the world as far as his gift. I don't care about Robert. I want R. Kelly to jam out. Robert Kelly. You see what I'm saying?
12 plays still go.
My part in this is impartial, is what I'm saying. I stuck to the objective of the information. Dude was saying, he was pretty much throwing shitty dudes under the bus all these years. So when I seen the dudes, yeah, about time, but I'm like, you must be a shitty dude. Because the shoe didn't fit me. All the dudes he was talking about, I was like, that's my old life. That was when I was in my adolescence. He wasn't talking about me when he was telling women who not today. He wasn't talking about me because I'm driven. I got my shit together. My mind is together on where I'm going. He never talked about me. He talked about my old life. So when I seen dudes banding together, man, get him the fuck out of here. He a coward here. I'm like, so you must be the dude leeching off your girl
It's a bomb.
and really ain't got no vision about where you headed, because you real touched. You see, he can holler out right now, fuck all you no job ass dudes. It'll bypass me because I'm building a show. I know I got a job every day. The shoe don't fit me, but the one that's, who the fuck you talking to? Clearly we know he ain't got no job.
Shoe fit
That
you.
bothered you, didn't
That
it?
shit don't
fit
fit
you,
me.
right.
I'm telling you
I ain't
that.
saying it don't fit you. I'm saying if you were to yell that out, it only touched the people it apply to.
Right.
So
Right.
all the stuff this man been talking for these years about men, I was curious as to why it was more men screaming, fuck Derrick Jackson than women. And I'm like, wait a minute, as I go back through the files, because the files don't lie, they online. Every one of his videos was talking about dudes that ain't shit, dudes that constantly cheat, dudes that have no vision, dudes that have no intention of treating this woman right. So if I'm listening to Derrick Jackson say, this is the type of guy you should not date, it doesn't bother me. That isn't the woman, that isn't the type of man I want my two daughters to date. He's right. Why am I mad that he's talking the same thing I'm gonna tell my daughters?
The information is valid.
So these guys online pissed me off because I was like, y'all not looking in the mirror first? You just gonna be mad at Derrick?
Accountability.
You just gonna be mad at Derrick because he told the truth? Then Derrick comes out, I do the same shit I've been telling y'all. Not to-
Ta-da!
Have you ever sat back and realized who's the best storyteller?
The person that's
The person that's telling the damn
person that's
story.
going through
The
it.
person that has seen and done it tells the best story. If I have no clue what Dubai is about, I can pretty much not tell you shit about Dubai. But nobody stopped to say along the way, hold on, man, he know too much about a shitty nigga.
So at some point, maybe he
The
He been
worst-
talking about what
Maybe he was
He been telling the truth the whole time.
But back in
Damn.
It should have, instead of anger, I think the women should have said, duh, it was you.
The whole time.
Because it was a peekaboo move. But he made millions doing it. Is that why you upset? Because you bought the book? But why you mad? Because the book didn't lie either. If I got a book in there and a dude turned out to be a pedophile, but he taught me how to become a millionaire, I don't give a shit about the pedophile part. I became a millionaire. And it came from that book.
off the book, off the information, right?
That's where I'm at with Derrick Jackson. I don't care about Derrick Jackson. That's something him and God got to talk about. That's something his wife got to work out.
And
I
then that
pray-
third person he talking
I
to.
pray they get through it. Honestly, I pray they get through it.
Yeah.
I pray he come back with better material because of what he learned.
I do know.
I don't want this man to burn and die because guess what? Michael Jordan was the GOAT. He had a gambling problem. He also cheated. But what was he on that basketball court?
Best
Don't
of all
nobody
time,
talk
the
about
greatest
behind
of
the
all
scenes
time.
with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
They just know Michael Jordan.
His shoes.
That's true.
But everybody
Maybe
got a
should.
temporary, they got a short-term memory when it comes to humans being human. That's my issue with, I don't have an issue. My biggest issue was with the public, not Derrick Jackson. I was like, y'all not using y'all brain.
Yeah, you're just not getting.
I think the overall factor is that he's
Yeah.
still a public figure, and
Yeah.
the fact that he's trying to make it seem
What does
to
public
women-
figure change about your accountability
Yeah.
in the situation?
You're right.
Nothing.
You're right. But at the end of the day,
That's
that's why I said
Chris-
I don't care.
Chris Brown and
I
Rihanna
don't
got
follow him
into
like
it.
that.
We buying them albums. We listening to them songs. She hit him, he hit her. He got more slack for it though, because he's the aggressor. My point is, right now, Rihanna drops some heat, we going to get it. We listening to it and we jamming.
Chris Brown the same
drops,
way.
been dropping heat since even the issue.
And I'm getting it
we
every time.
getting the
Right.
song
Come on,
every
okay.
time. My point
And
is,
trying to work the moves.
and
too.
Derrick Jackson ain't even as big as them. And let's be honest, Derrick Jackson ain't even as big as a Rihanna or a Chris Brown.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, why are y'all so mad about good information that y'all got?
All I can say is that I know that there's women
mad.
who
I'm
have
not
gone
mad.
through it before with a man.
So you saying
Yes.
emotionally you were tired?
I'm not me. I wasn't tired.
You weren't? You ain't never been done like that?
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I thought you were talking about Derrick
I'm saying
Jackson.
if you could tie to it, you've never been done like that?
Yeah, I've been to the point where you act like you faithful to me, you act like you love me, you act like you into me, and then I find out on the other end that you cheating on me. And then I made the decision to forgive you and try and work it out. If you apologize, blah blah what, and that's how I feel like with his wife. God dang it, if she decides to forgive the man and still stay with, that's her business.
That is her
That's
business.
on her.
Ain't
I-
nobody
because
doing
it's
that.
been
But
plenty
I-
of women who
Yes.
God dang it, Beyonce, everybody know Jay-Z done stepped out, but Beyonce said, God
And she's
dang, let me
still
look
getting,
at
she's
let
still
me
getting
look
what-
at these coins, let me look at what I'm about to look,
The
for
difference-
whatever reason.
And she's
So-
married.
You
She's
know what?
married.
And
It's different
right.
with the marriage because you're
Talk.
tied to this person
Talk.
for life. I don't care
Talk.
what you do because I'm tied to you for nigga when you die. Nobody's gonna be accountable to you but me.
But you.
Yeah, so yeah. Okay, it is what it is. And I mean, like she said, she's not going nowhere. So I can't, that was my only advice is, bruh, did you just make this whole video and you speaking in third person about your whole self? I have a problem with that. I'm just saying.
That
you know,
just bother you a little bit.
It's just a
it's
little
more
bit.
funny than angry.
Yes, exactly. Because I'm like, bruh, for real, it was you.
But see, y'all was using y'all brain in the situation.
Yeah.
What
Well,
I
of
heard,
course.
the common denominator between the three of y'all, which I actually didn't expect, Common denominator between the three of y'all was that I don't care enough.
I'm like, you saying
I didn't expect
you
that.
married and you staying with it. I know females that ain't married and still never forget to do and still stay.
I'm gonna start right here with you, Mr. Derek. If you were in a position that Derek's wife is in, Derek Jackson's wife is in, how would you handle this situation? Let's say she's the one that's the breadwinner. She has the millions. The internet is attacking her. The media is attacking her. You're the male figure. You're the husband.
And I'm here.
You're the husband that's watching her be attacked for whatever.
Okay.
How would you handle her being the breadwinner? How would you handle this situation?
Alright, first of all, anything, if we married, anything that you do, I know about, especially if it's for game. If it's for a lot of game like they getting right now, I'll play your role. I'll play my role.
You saying you don't have...
I'll play my role because we working together. I know about this shit, so I'm gonna play my role. Shit, you need me to act, I'm gonna act. But we gonna get more money.
So you're about building the wealth. What you'll lock in with your wife and do whatever y'all got to do.
I would.
Please put your phone on silent. When it comes to me, I personally would have strongly advised that we not take this to the public. I would have never used a picture, a video of any kind to get more clout off of such a terrible optic for my marriage. I don't care if my marriage is over. I cannot sleep knowing I use the public's, I finesse the public for more money. I'm already up. This man was not broke. This man won millions in the public eye. So if I am indeed cheating, if I'm Derek Jackson, I am indeed cheating. They say it's gonna come out anyway, bro. We might as well use it to our advantage, leak it, whatever, and get more views. I'm not doing that. If they gonna find out anyway, you know what we gonna do? Round up the cavalry.
I feel like this shit.
Me and my wife gonna sit down, we're gonna have a conversation and say, what do you want to talk about? What is off limits? Because I need to know how to care for my partner. I need to know that beyond what's about to happen, me and you gonna be all right. If we've already agreed that we're gonna stay together anyway, the public about to get a hold to it. They're gonna burn down everything they can burn down with words, with headlines, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt for a while. But I need to know, what do you need from me while we go through this? First and foremost, what I'm not gonna do, I don't give a fuck how many lawyers I got, because let's be honest, they got a bunch of lawyers, they got agents, they got a team of people that work in the background to make that happen. I'm pulling everybody into the biggest meeting that I can possibly get everybody to. I don't give a fuck if we gotta do Zoom, everybody here at this time. You will not use my wife as a pawn for dollars. You will not use me as a pawn for dollars. I'm gonna be real with the public and issue a statement, yeah, but I'm not taking questions. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to hear from a need-to-know basis. That's where I'm at with it. Because at the end of the day, guess who gotta sleep and live with this mistake that I've made?
Well, let's ask your woman what they would do.
We gonna get to that, Bobby. My point is, he said for the money he to play this role. I'm saying I never sold my soul for the clicks or the money. I'ma still be Jermaine.
You together.
At the end of the day, if I'm gonna be on the lowest level of podcasting or show, guess what God wanted for me? This level of helping people. It's Kendra.
You're not gonna humiliate me in the public eye.
It's just an emotional thing for you?
Yes, it's
Not
emotional
moral.
thing. But yeah, I don't care about the money. I don't care
No,
about the
moral.
people. Oh, moral?
Moral, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
moral.
What's so morally you couldn't have done?
Morally, I could not have done it. Morally, you know you messed
Bro.
up.
We didn't talk while you was talking. We did not.
You good, man. You good, man.
I will say morally, yes, we gonna keep this between us, and you're not going to publicize me, one as being the victim, or if you want to admit to your wrong, that's fine, but don't include me in it. That's what I would say. Is it?
So as a wife, you'd have told Derek, look, go do your public thing. I ain't getting in the public.
I ain't getting in it. No.
Cool. How you feel?
Well, speaking on if we decided that we were going to stay together, as far we're already public figures, so it's you ain't gonna get past none of what you
Who see it.
exactly. As far as the marriage is concerned, I'm gonna outline boundaries because if you overstep them boundaries, then I know that this was intentional. So I'm gonna outline those boundaries. If I choose to stay, then I'm gonna outline these boundaries. If you confirming that you can agree to these, then we can work on something. But you have to actually, and you also have to be accountable. You know, you have to be accountable for your actions. You can't just don't think that nothing is gonna come of this. You are reaping what you sowed.
Hello.
So it ain't no getting around this. How can we? I'm choosing to stay, so I'm going to work through this with you. You know, but I will not be the blunt of the joke. I will not be the blunt of your actions. I will not. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
You know, and so I'm going to outline these boundaries, so you know where I stand with this. And I mean, I would just take it from there.
Just what you have left that you wanted to say.
No, I
I let the women go.
Okay,
It
yeah.
sound like you had something else to add.
Nah, I was the one to go.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. So next segment. Next segment. What do y'all think the biggest? We're gonna shift gears. We've talked about Mr. Derek Jackson. We've talked about their marriage. We got it all out about how they carried on and how we would carry on the outside looking in. These are all perspectives that I can respect because we all know we from all different walks of life. No one way is the right way. It's what you can live with and what you want to do with your life. So I appreciate every one of y'all point of view on that. So we're gonna shift gears. What do y'all think the biggest disconnect is between men and women in relationships? The biggest disconnect. Let's go with you, Derek.
Well, I think the biggest one is probably trust.
For you, trust.
No, not trust, just trust all about. Because a man can be telling a woman the honest, most truest thing, but she don't believe it. But then you want to hang on to the red flags that you may see, but you believe the red flags.
Okay.
Okay.
So
It's
is
just a
you?
deep level.
No,
Deep
I see.
level. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna ask you this. So where trust is involved, you feel like
Oh, that trust.
hold on, let me finish. You feel like between male and females, where they fall short is that both of them don't have the amount of trust that they should have. That's the biggest downfall in a relationship.
I
when the
feel
trust
like it's
go
a
wrong.
disconnect between men and women.
Okay,
Because,
that's dope.
No, hold on. First, because it's a misconception on women's part when their heart is involved. They don't know what the difference is between trust.
That's an opinion of yours. That's okay. I'm not here to tell you.
Alright,
your
so you
opinion,
can trust a nigga, but you see the red flags, but because you trust a nigga, you don't still stick with him, right?
Ain't that what we ask
And
for
just-
second
and
chances all the
no,
time?
no. Disregard the red flags, though.
We ask for
But
second chances all the time, though.
Listen. Women fall in this trap all the time. All the time. And it's women, because it's a lot of women that we probably all know, they've been beating in the head. I seen the red flags. He's whatever.
He was that type of guy, but they took him anyway.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit, but hey, you still stuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? That's not.
So you saying we're gonna get back to trust though. Your main word was trust.
Yes, trust.
We're not gonna talk about red flags and trust. Which one is it?
And
Are we
that
gonna talk about
you
the red
trusted
flags or we
him,
gonna talk
so
about
you
trust?
disregard the red flags,
Mm.
so you get beat.
I get you. I see how you talking.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You knew the first time he got angry like that, and you wanted to hit your ass, and he hit your ass. You knew the first time
But
he hit your ass.
You're
that was not
directing
the
that
person.
question strictly to women, right?
It's women, yes, women.
So you don't
women.
think, do men do this? No, because I don't think
men
there's-
do get beat by women.
I'm saying I don't
Men
think it's,
do get beat by
I'm
women.
saying
yes.
I don't believe it's gender specific when it comes to trust. I myself right now
I'm
have
saying
trust
when you
issues.
disregard the red
I
flags.
have trust issues.
When do you disregard the red flag?
Absolutely, I've done that. My point is, I want you to know that that's not gender specific, and it's not just to dispute what you're saying.
I never said that.
The big guy. I'm just putting it out there because it's more than you watching this. It's more than you going through this experience.
Yeah.
It's not gender specific when it comes to trust issues.
Yeah.
So you believe, which is not wrong, the biggest disconnect in relationships can be trust. Trust is a big thing. I think, personally, trust is bigger than love sometimes.
It's better.
I don't think you can achieve love without the trust. You see what I'm saying? Some people like to say it's hand in hand. That's a lie. If I don't trust you, I'll never get to the love. Is how I feel about
Big
it.
fact.
So I appreciate that comment, Ms. Key.
These arthritis knees ain't the reason why I'm limping. If you can walk a mile in my shoes and bar my vision, it's a good chance your